Hi there, I'm Bats Mahone. Walk and talk with me, huh? I want to talk to you today about one of my favorite films, The Omen. The Omen, for the unacquainted, is the story of a child who is adopted by a man and a woman after their own child dies in childbirth. As he gets older, it seems like there's some sort of demonic influence over him. Which makes sense, because unbeknownst to his mom and dad, he's the son of the devil. Fun fact, real quickly, the second Omen film actually inspired Iron Maiden's 1982 single, Number of the Beast. I just always really liked that song. Just as a bonus, ties into one of my favorite movies. The Omen resonated with me strongly because I too am an adopted child. Surprise! Who would have guessed? The way Damien's parents reacted to him were very similar to the way that my own parents reacted to me when I was a kid, because they never knew what sort of stuff would pop up in my gene pool. Whether I just have some sort of mystery illness at any given time, or whether some sort of behavior stemming from my gene pool would just crop up at any given point. And it was reflected very similarly to how I experienced it in The Omen, although my personal experience were a less equally demonic degree. Not equally demonic, less demonic. As I got older, I realized that the main theme of The Omen is actually nature versus nurture. And it's the idea of, will Damien ever overcome his nature and embrace the nurture that he received growing up and become a good person, or a good demon, hell, beast, whatever species he actually is. Actually, in the second film, they do a chart on him, and he has jackal DNA. So, you know, she wasn't just a vessel in the first movie. The jackal was straight up his mom. Talk about a son of a bitch. Damien's nature causes a lot of problems for him. Unknown circumstances that he cannot explain, especially given that in the first film, he's 5-6 years old. He doesn't know this is weird. He doesn't know that monkeys are attacking his mom's car for no reason, or that he doesn't feel uncomfortable around a church, and this isn't the same for anyone else. Damien's still a caring, precocious young child, just like the rest of us. And that's what makes it even more relatable for me. However, the best part of it is Damien remains mostly unaware of his nature straight through to the second film. Even as he's force choking his cousin to death, he doesn't quite realize what he's doing. Given that, what the fuck was I talking about? I had a point here. He doesn't quite catch on to the fact that he's literally the son of the devil until the second film that came out in 1978, aptly titled Damien, The Omen 2. In this film, his superior officer at the military school he attends, Officer Neff, literally has to sit him down and tell him that he is the son of the devil, because he hasn't caught on to the last 13 years of pain and tragedy and circumstance. He's supposed to be a brighter kid than that. I mean, I'd think he would be a brighter kid than that, you know? He's the son of the fucking devil, for God's sakes. Come on. Consider the idea for a second that his father actually is Lucifer. Lucifer meaning carry the light, bring the light, lots of other light-related things, as the prefix luce often means. Light, light bulb, what have you. If your father was literally named Lucifer, bringer of light, then how the fuck are you so dim? In the third film, Damien willingly accepts his nature and allows himself to become a force of evil. Because of this, he becomes a political powerhouse and part-time cult leader. He also develops a really weird obsession with caressing statues in his room at weird hours of the night, but that's another story, another tale, another time. In the matter of the film itself, would Damien have given into it if it wasn't for the conditioning of people like Mrs. Baylock, the nanny, when he was growing up? Not the nanny that threw herself through the glass window on a noose, by the way. I'm talking about the batshit crazy Mary Poppins type who brought the Rottweiler into the house. I mean, come on, she was pretty fucking cool. The whole reason Damien willingly accepts his fate as the new Antichrist is simply because of all of the people that were guiding and mentoring him and basically conditioning him over the course of his childhood and adolescence. Is he actually controlled by his nature? Is everyone controlled by their nature? Personally, I don't know. I actually see nature and nurture as more of a skill tree. We see how it affects the people who brought us into this world and raised us, but we allow ourselves to take what we want from each. So this has been a walk and a talk with Bats Mahone. I've been Bats Mahone, and I will continue to be. I hope you enjoyed this, even a little bit. If you do, please give it a like. If you really liked it a whole bunch, please subscribe. I hope you like these. I was kind of planning on doing some more walk and talks where I talk about horror movies, because they are my favorite thing in the world. Other than a few assorted things that I won't bring up right now, because I probably have mentioned them somewhere else a long time ago. Maybe. Maybe. Who's to say for sure? Not me. That's not who.